Greetings to everybody tuning in to witness the insanity of what I'm doing over here from sometime in the future. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Prologue world, which is at this point a bit of a failed experiment, because I don't think, from what I can tell, I don't seem to be retaining any viewers. From looking at the analytics, there's like one, maybe two people that are perhaps ghost listening through these and just not letting me know, but they might just be completely new viewers. So, so from what I can tell, I just have to continuously try to appeal to new viewers. But I really want to make sure that you understand that I don't want anybody to get the impression that you're not the only one who thinks this is worth watching. You very well might be the only one. So if you are that person, I'm very glad you're here, and I invite you to join me on this journey of a casual hardcore Minecraft, as I call it, in which I'm still struggling to survive. I've managed to survive. We're on like day 80 something, and I'm trying to get to day 100, and I'm currently in the process of building these cornerstones. I try to make it so that you don't have to. There's no need to watch previous episodes. So I'll try to. I continuously have to just reintroduce everything, but I'm okay with that. There isn't really. I haven't gotten very far. We're still like in the prologue world. I mean, this is what it's called, right? Because we're still like, I'm stuck in the beginning essentially. I haven't really gotten very far. Today I'm going to be building more cornerstones. I'm actually not going to be building. I'm going to be coming back to the previous one, because I noticed in the replay of the last episode that I actually need to fix something in it. And then I'm going to just sort of enjoy the landscape, enjoy the scenery as I'm doing this. And there's a couple of things that I kind of wanted to correct, that I kind of wanted to clear up from my commentary from the previous episode. And I'm going to try to make this fairly brief today, because I kind of went for way too long in the last episode. I went for like 5 days, and I'm trying to keep these to like a 3-day long runs, I guess. So 3-day long episodes, and that's challenging, because if I do have a topic to talk about, I very commonly end up going longer than I anticipated. But yeah, here's the beautiful landscape that I'm talking about. I do like to just sort of pause and look around and look behind me to make sure there's no creepers jumping down at me from above. But good sights there. I'm working my way to what I call a cornerstone here that I built in the previous episode. I built like a couple of them, or maybe there it is. So that one, it was just off by like 1 block. I just need to shift it over by 1 block. I was too distracted talking about early stage capitalism that I wasn't looking at the coordinates to make sure that I was actually in the right coordinates there, and I wasn't. So I can show you what I'm talking about here. So you can see we're at like 440, 448, 449. So it's supposed to be 447, 448. So like we need to shift this entire thing over 1 block in this direction, like the center. And I'm gonna try to explain today where I get these numbers from. And I'm thinking I'm actually gonna make signs and put signs on these with the coordinates and with the cornerstone coordinates, just so that it's to make it a little more clear what the heck I'm doing and why. But yeah, this one it just needs this needs to be these two are basically the center. It needs to be 447, 448. Is it off by 2 blocks? Might be off by 2 blocks, guys, because 448 is like the... Darn it. Yeah, it's actually off by 2 blocks. It's like 447 and 448 should be the center blocks. So wow, I'm off by 2 blocks actually. That's alright. I'll just break this down and shift it over. I know it's frustrating to have to watch somebody fix something, but I'm trying to capture the entire experience, the entire the real experience of Minecraft, and you end up having to fix things pretty frequently. You know, if you care about what the stuff, how things look, and the accuracy of you know, if you're trying to align to some kind of grid or something, you know, you might end up having to do that multiple times. So I hope that's okay. I'm going to try to make up for the dull experience, I suppose, by trying to follow up with the commentary of trying to keep the commentary slightly entertaining. Yeah, I was talking in the last episode about early stage capitalism, and I went into like my experience with work environments a little bit, and I feel like I made this impression that I believe that you know, that I considered all of the managers that I had previously to be basically like scumbags or something like that. And I do kind of want to clarify, like, that I don't really. It was definitely not all of them, okay, and even the worst ones, like, I don't really hold it against them that to that degree. Like, I wouldn't call them like just scumbags. You know, I don't think they were that bad. You know, I feel like they were cynical, and I can sympathize with their cynicism, and it's in the spirit of radical leniency. I would still, you know, have a sense. I would still be compassionate towards them. You know, so but I kind of wanted to clarify that, where I'm coming from in this regard. What do I like? What is like? So I had some managers in the past that were very good managers, that were excellent managers, that were not so manipulative and deceptive and sociopathic, that I genuinely cared about the company and cared about the workers. And there were other issues with the companies that ended up leading to me eventually moving on to something else. And there were two places that were like that, where there was nothing wrong with the manager. The manager was actually pretty freaking good, and I liked the manager a lot. But the issues that I was running into, the root of the issues, I guess, had more to do with the owner of the company. So like the owners sometimes are out of touch with what's really going on, with what they're having people do, with the nature of their business, with the customers, with what's really going on. And sometimes they would be reluctant. They would be very they might be where's my pick? They might be very stubborn to take the assessment of the management and of other, you know, their other personnel, or perhaps the human resources people, to take their assessment seriously. And that I did see that in a couple of places. One business literally, you know, ended up getting shut down because of the inaptitude of the owner that was operating it. I mean, I don't know the details about how it ended up, what brought it down in the end, but that was basically the, you know, from what I could tell from where I was, from my lowly position, it appeared to me that it was the owner's bad decisions, you know, that brought the business down in the end. But the manager was actually pretty good, and I do believe that had the owner been more, you know, more willing to take the manager more seriously, that it might have not turned out that way. That it might have. What the heck? Oh, come on. What? This was. Oh my gosh! Really? Now this is for 446. Come on. I thought I double checked it. I thought I looked at it, and I thought I double checked and made sure. Now we're one block over to the other way. What the hell? I swear. That's irritating. All right, well, apparently I screwed this up a second time, and this now I need to shift it back one block. Yeah, that's fine. Darn it. Well, so I'm sorry. I thought I double checked and made sure. Apparently, I only had to shift it by one block. I thought I looked at it very thoroughly. What the hell? I swear, it's some Herobrine type supernatural. I must be, seeing. The game is messing with me. The game must be messing with me because, like, I thought that I looked at it like multiple times and made sure that it needed to shift over like two blocks. So frustrating. I better freaking check again this time. Like, okay, this block and this block, 447, 448, right? I'm not tripping. These need to be the center blocks, and 63, 64. These need to be the center blocks. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're definitely in the right spot this time. Certainly in the right spot. Okay, so it's actually I need to go in this direction, and this is where I need to pile up the wooden planks. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Well, I do believe that that we got this right now. 449, 448, 446. Yeah, this is precisely where I need it to be now. All right. Good. All right. This cornerstone is now accurately fixed. So yeah, I didn't mean to leave you with the impression that I believe that all managers just kind of sucked. No, I don't think it's always like that. Very very commonly, the management is actually pretty good, but it's the owner that's kind of out of touch with what's going on. And I've experienced that twice in two of the places where I worked at. The place where the solution to this. As you know, I will double down on this. I do believe that the solution to this is to keep the company small enough to where you don't need a manager, to where the owner is the manager. And it seem, from what I've experienced, from my work experience, it seems like things, that things go, the instance where the dividing line, I guess, the place where things start to not work out. I feel like there's a better way to phrase that. Is the point at which the company gets big enough that the owner is no longer the manager. That you end up hiring a person to operate the company, and at that point it's already too big. So it does seem to me like that the scaling is the biggest issue. The biggest problem in the business world of today, at least. And I'm sure it's doable. I'm sure it's possible. The way I would go about it is ensuring that you're keeping it within the family, that anybody you hire is a relative, because then you're avoiding the problem of your management fleecing you, taking advantage of you in various ways. And you do. I do feel like even if it gets it's still you have to keep this company small enough to where it's just a single building, and if it needs to be bigger, then you have to. I'm here for wood. I need more wood, and I need more. Oh, I still have plenty of wood. Well, I also wanted to make signs, and I wanted more dirt. I wanted to bring some more dirt with me because I ended up running out of dirt a couple of times out there. I don't want to run out of dirt. Let's do something with that. I can drop off this jungle wood. I don't really need the jungle wood. And then yeah, I'm gonna bring signs with me and put up signs on these cornerstones to make it clearer what the heck I'm doing. Lots of signs, great. Because we're going to be building more cornerstones. Basically, it's just going to be cornerstones from here until day 100. There's like 20 corner. I want to have like 20 of these cornerstones. Just from what I've seen of the terrain so far, I like to place the cornerstones to sort of get a good impression of where to frame the terrain that I'm working with. And darn it, it looks like this, like we're already close to the end of the day today, and I basically wanted to make this a short episode to make up for how long the previous one was. I'm actually going to need to do this for like a couple of days in a row, because I want to get back to where you can just multiply the episode count by 3 to know how many, how far along I am in the game, because I'm trying to keep these down to like 3 days per episode. So let's see. Let's drop the sugarcane back off here. I guess I probably have enough time to make it to the first cornerstone. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm gonna go to the cornerstone number 1, and I don't need this jungle sapling. Let's drop off this sapling, and I'll end the episode there. Or maybe I'll just stay in the house and just keep talking to you guys about this stuff, just to finish my thoughts. That's what I'll do. That's what I should do. I should just finish my thoughts. I don't need the birch wood either. Although I'll probably encounter more birch trees that I'm going to have to chop down. This stack of saplings can go into the chest. I can drop that off while I'm here too. I guess I only need, I like to have one with me, because that way the saplings you pick up just automatically go to that stack instead of clogging up my empty spots in the down there. Okay, well, I'm just gonna hang out at night, just hang out in the house at night while I finish my thoughts. So, yeah, I do still believe that in the long run, in the future, the small businesses will prevail, because they're going to be more efficient, because you're not going to run into this miscommunication problems of the management and the ownership, or like you end up, the way to do it, like you have to spend a lot of time on this. It's just, I think owners tend to underestimate how much communication there needs to be between them and the manager, and like you have to participate in the work just to stay in touch with what's going on there, with what's going on the floor. You should be aware of like what the work is like, of what the people that you've hired are like, so that you're not just exclusively relying on the assessment of your manager. And then you should, you shouldn't have the hubris to just be, to not take what people are telling you into consideration. I think a lot of owners just don't even want to consider the possibility that they might be wrong about something, and they're just dismissive about, like, if they have a good manager and they're telling them that there's a problem, they're just, their reaction might be that, well, no, you're just a bad manager, and that's why that's why you think that. That's not really the case. And that, like, you should just look into that, investigate, like take that seriously. And same with your workers. Like, just if there's people are experiencing issues, some kind of problems, I think people would just jump to the conclusion that people are just making stuff up just to avoid, just because they're like lazy and they want to avoid doing the work. No, just take people a little more seriously and investigate into things, even though that might take time, that might be time consuming. But you can't really. How can you be sure that? And I can understand. Like, I can understand where they're coming from, because I think people become cynical when they've experienced a lot of bad actors that they've hired in the past, and they just become cynical about people just constantly lying to them and being disingenuous. So I can understand that, but you can't. You still have to expect that, well, the good people, the good workers, are going to be telling you the truth, and you should investigate for yourself, and just try to talk to your workers, to spend time to communicate and like, hearing out their concerns, their complaints, because they might be doing an excellent job, and they might be onto something that you should look into. So, all right, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to clarify that I don't think that all of my previous managers were bad. Some of them were great, and it was the owner was the root of the ailments of the company. But also the one place that I worked at that I firmly can look back at and feel like that was the best place I worked at, and I was very happy to be there, and it's still operating, it's still great, and It was like a gas station that was owned and operated by the same guy. So the manager was the owner of the place, and the only reason I left from there was because it was a minimum wage job, because it was it was there were always plenty of immigrants that were from the owner's country of origin who were willing to come in and work for the minimum wage, but it was the greatest place I worked at. Like there was no zero bullshit there, and that's what I liked about it. And I ended up moving on from that to a place where they just paid me better, but it wasn't a good experience anymore, because it was fraught with deception and manipulation and just just sociopathic social dynamics that just made the work itself miserable. Like, people just find ways to make your life miserable if they don't like your work. And you might be a great worker, you might really enjoy the work, but like the social environment, it's always the people that screw it up, from my experience. It's never the work. I enjoyed the work thoroughly every place I worked at. It was always the people. But anyways, I can't really talk. I just want to. I guess I'll end with this. There's I don't really want to linger too much on this topic for now, because I'm currently unemployed. So anything that I say on the internet might be held against me when it comes to me trying to find my next job. So, which I will have to do eventually. I have a good amount of time on my hands before I have to do that. But eventually I'm going to have to find another job, and I don't want to say too much about the previous place that I worked at, because I don't want people to regard me as some kind of a liability, some person that bad mouths their previous employers on the internet or something like that. And so I'm going to refrain from talking too much about my work history, my work experience, even though I haven't been mentioning any specifics about anything. I haven't mentioned any people or any business by name, and I do intend to keep it that way. But there's a lot more that I would like to talk about later on, and I'll probably get to that once I do actually get another job. Like I'd love to go into what happened at my previous jobs, and why I left, and how that shifted my perspectives on what makes a good business, what's a good work environment, and work ethic, things like that. I'd love to get into all of that stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna end it here, and tomorrow I'll go back to the cornerstones that I've already built and put up signs on them that on which I'm gonna write the coordinates of the place, and the cornerstone coordinates. There are like two sets of coordinates, basically, like the real coordinates and the cornerstone coordinates, and I'm going to number them in I'm going to assign a number to each cornerstone based on like the order in which I built them. So I've built 5 so far. Like that's number 1 over there. Like that one's number 2 over there, and then there's a third and a fourth and a fifth one that I've built so far. And there's 20 of them that need to be built total for now, just to frame the area that I intend to work with. And I expect that to basically take up the rest of the 20 days or so that I have left. Like 19 days until day 100. I hope that's going to be enough for me to build 15 cornerstones. I definitely have the material. I have plenty of wood for it. So that's the plan from here on. All right, and that's it. I got to end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching. Whoever you are, I really would appreciate any kind of feedback. If you're a new person, let me know. Let me know if you know what you liked, what you didn't like, or whatever. Critical feedback is great. Like I wouldn't frown on that. I would really appreciate that, actually. And so that'd be great. And if you're a returning viewer, that's even better. Like I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shadowlay, my fellows. Shadowlay.